Hey folks, how's it going? I'll apologize right up front. You'll occasionally hear a little sniff and stuff going on. I've got a bit of a chest cold developing, so I will occasionally have a little issue with that, and I'm also sitting here sipping on a little ginger ale as well. Breakfast of champions. Anyhow, just to give you a quick update here, you'll notice we're standing in front of Castle Gnarlo. I guess it's the in front of part. We're out here near Spawn Island. You'll notice right up there in the top left corner I have finally made the plunge and gone to Minecraft Beta 1.3. All the mods that I consider to be really essential to what I did have been updated. The only one that I'm still really waiting for is I suppose Farmcraft. And hopefully it will be updated soon. He did say he was working on it. It's done by the same guy that does Mow Creatures, which is of course an excellent #1 mod. And there is a freaking Pegasus right up there, and I have absolutely nothing on me that I can tame him with. This is perfect. That is perfect. Okay, cool. All right, I'm going to I think I may install SDK's gun mod just for this sort of occasion, so that when something happens like that and I am totally unprepared and can't do anything about it, I can just whip out the minigun and shoot it full of bloody holes. Oh, alrighty. Anyway, Castle Gnarlo here. You'll see right ahead of us that I have made a slight addition to the front. I've gotten tired of being up here in the upper part of the castle, and when I wanted to come down, have to go down the stairs and all the way around and then out and then through the store here. So I have knocked a new gate and stair system here that goes right up yonder. Goes all the way up here to the top and empties out into the courtyard with the trophies right outside of Creeper Hall. Oh, you're really going to irritate the pee out of me. You do know that, don't you? Okay. Alright, just ignore it. So, anyway, along with that, I've had to come in here. I have built a danger locker. When I first went to 1.3, I thought I had everything taken care of, but I opened a chest, and my game crashed. And found out with a little consultation, it was because the meats, you may have noticed in some of the like Let's Plays with Marlowe, occasionally he would have raw mutton, raw beef, raw chicken legs, that kind of stuff drop. And those were from Farmcraft. So those are now, I keep them all in this. I went back to 1.2 on a backup save that I had, went around to all the chests that I have, and my God, I did not realize I had so many. There must have been somewhere between 3 and 4 dozen chests in my game. Went through, searched them all, and there were little bits of meat like that and stuff scattered all over the place. I even had 2 chicken legs in the nether. So I've gathered them all up. I put them, what I didn't eat, I put inside the exotic meat chest here. I've also got one for miner's helmet, should that mod ever break stuff. I've got one over here for horse saddles and one right here for stuff like the shark teeth and other kind of drops from Mow Creatures. So that is my danger locker of stuff that will break the game if the mod is not updated. And the only one that is a danger right now is just the meats from Farmcraft, and hopefully he'll be updating those soon. So let's see, I've showed you the front gate, my new front entrance. I've showed you just one second. Woof. Alright. Showed you the front entrance, showed you the danger locker. I'm going to pause right there while I decide what I'm going to show you next. Squid. Alright, here we are at Trophy Courtyard, and ahead of us is Creeper Hall. I said we have upgraded to the 1.3, which means that we have a bed at last. Went ahead and put it in here in the bedroom. I will probably put another one here beside it and make a double bed whenever the Countess comes back from visiting her sister. It's only been about 9 months now, I think. Anyhow, so we have actual real beds in here now instead of the wool and half-stone monstrosity that used to fill up the entire room, and there's actually room for me to put a couple more chests and things in here as well, with our nice view out the window of the aqueduct going by. And that is also something I'm going to show you, so I will meet you downstairs in the spider and skelly dungeon in just a moment. Hey there. Actually, we're back out here in front of Castle Gnarlo again. Instead of going down to, see, werewolves. Instead of going down to the underground, I decided I would go out here and show you this first, instead of the double dungeon. You'll see out here in the water, we've got a torch sticking out here in the middle of Lake Disappointment. And if you swim over to it, see, it is sitting up on a little cobblestone pillar in the water. Bunch of spiders on the shore. I haven't seen spiders in a while. One thing about Mo creatures is that sometimes you run a little slack on the normal creatures. And right here, there's a hole next to the water pit, next to the and if you go down it, it goes down, 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 and comes out in this aqueduct. And this is an aqueduct that I have dug. I actually dug it from the bottom coming up this way, starting at its destination down there, because I knew where it was. And I knew if I kept digging up on a slope like this, eventually I would come out into the lake. I didn't really anticipate my slope would be shallow enough that I would come out that far out into the lake. But at least that also adds a ability that that I don't have to worry about things getting into it too much. I also discovered while I was doing this several cave systems here. There's the first one. These are caves that I burrowed into and never even knew that they existed. I'd always had some inkling of an idea, because like I said, when I would be traveling down some of the hallways and stuff like that inside the castle, I would get that "you're close to a dark spot" sound. And there's another cave system. I've explored it down that way to a dead end and hollowed that out with some iron and coal and stuff. That way it goes into a much longer, more diverse cave, and I haven't done too much, so I do have it blocked off. You see there with kind of an X gate made out of dirt. So I'm going to have to be getting in and exploring that at some future point. And the aqueduct continues down. I think I see the end of it approaching down here. I do. We continue on down until it reaches its eventual destination. Makes a turn. And we come out in my double dungeon room. This is the spider side of the trapway, and over on the other side is the skeleton side of the dungeon. As y'all have heard me say before, I like to play in a realistic manner, so therefore I didn't like the fact that water just appeared and didn't really seem to come from anywhere. You know, I don't like making entire waterfalls disappear by picking up source blocks and that kind of thing. You know, I don't think you should be able to pick up a waterfall or a river in a bucket. So it was like, well, I've got this water that comes to this dungeon and runs these traps. It has to come from somewhere. So I dug into the wall and I built that aqueduct, hollowed it out all the way up there to the lake. So that is, like I said, the updates that I've been up to here in Castle Gnarlo. I'm sure there's a couple of other little minor things, some stuff over at the pit. I've been spending a lot of time over there when I wasn't doing the 404 or doing the Let's Play. But like I said, those are kind of minor, just building stairways and that sort of thing. So that's kind of the update for County Gnarlo. I hope you all are having a good one, and we will talk to you again. Bye-bye.